You know, the world I come from is where everybody is dog eat dog. If you the meanest, the biggest, the baddest in the neighborhood, you run the neighborhood. Fuck the cops. We're afraid of him.
Is there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true.
I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my dick, I can make people do anything for money. That's what you said, Puff.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash koosmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf, the shmooshmash. Diddy.
Hold on to your boxing gloves, folks, because we're diving into the juicy rumors surrounding the legendary Mike Tyson's roller coaster journey through fame, fortune, and some shady dealings with none other than the notorious Diddy. The internet has been ablaze with tales of Tyson's bankruptcy and his miraculous comeback. But according to Iron Mike himself, it appears that Diddy's mischievous machinations played a colossal role in his tumultuous life. Picture this: Diddy, the mastermind behind a web of questionable ventures, somehow managed to entangle Mike Tyson in his wicked web while the former champ was teetering on the edge of financial ruin. And hold your horses, because the stories swirling in the shadows suggest that these escapades were nothing short of extravagant gay parties.
Yeah, no, Van ain't bad, but you know, like I said, that's from me to you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
But what we doing, man? Let's talk about this guy.
Yeah, let's talk about Puff. Now, do you?
Let's rewind the clock and marvel at the meteoric rise of the man, the myth, the boxing legend himself, Mike Tyson. At a mere 20 years old, this prodigious pugilist had already conquered the pinnacle of his sport, basking in an unparalleled blend of fame and fortune. The dude was swimming in wealth, dominating his opponents with every swing and raking in more cash than he could count. But little did he know that this intoxicating cocktail of success would eventually become his kryptonite, sending him spiraling into a battle with his own stardom and fortune. According to a revelation straight from Mike Tyson's wild ride on his podcast, aptly named Hot Boxing. In an unforgettable episode, Tyson, accompanied by the mastermind behind Loud Music, Steve Rifkind, spilled the beans on his mind-boggling earnings during the 80s. Let's just say it was a boatload of cash. But here's the kicker. Iron Mike had absolutely no one to rein in his spending or offer him financial guidance. In fact, he stubbornly turned a deaf ear to those who tried to advise him, all while watching his colossal wealth vanish into thin air.
A guy like me, back then I was making $18 million. So I'm doing whatever I want. And I don't have nobody got a chain on me and say, hey, Mike, come back. That's just a little bit too much.
Mike said, a guy like me back then, I was making $18 million. So I am doing whatever I want, and I don't have nobody got a chain on me and said, hey, Mike, come back. That's a little bit too much. Mike claimed that no one was hard on him on how to use his money, and that each time someone advised him on how to use his money, he wouldn't listen. It was his money. He made it. He could do whatever he wanted with it. Hey, Mike, come back, Mike. Let's save for the future. They said that, but I didn't want to hear that. I don't want to put my money in no damn bank. You crazy. I wanted it in my house. Just blow it all, every second of it, he said. Can you believe it? Tyson's fortune once soared to over a staggering $400 million by the end of his illustrious boxing career. But alas, the fickle winds of fate swept through his life, leading him to the dreaded declaration of bankruptcy in 2003, leaving him penniless and clutching at the remnants of his once multi-million-dollar empire. Oh, the reasons for Tyson's financial downfall are as varied as the colors in a kaleidoscope. One glaring factor was his unbridled spending spree. Imagine multiple opulent mansions decked out with luxurious trinkets, all purchased at mind-boggling prices. And that's not all, folks. Tyson had an impressive fleet of supercars, as if he owned his very own luxury automobile dealership. Oh, and let's not forget the cherry on top. Not one, not two, but three magnificent pet tigers, which cost him an absolute fortune to care for. It's utterly absurd that someone would choose to keep not just one, but three tigers in their own home. What's even worse for Mike is that he was cutting off the very people who were trying to assist him in managing his life and finances. During that time, Tyson accused his manager, Don King, of withholding his rightful earnings from fights. In response, he filed a $100 million lawsuit against the promoter, alleging fraud and claiming that he had been cheated out of his earnings. Tyson experienced a difficult period in his life, and it was during his lowest moments that he was frequently seen in the company of Diddy. However, it's important not to misunderstand the situation. It has become somewhat of an open secret in Hollywood that Diddy's extravagant parties often involved explicit activities, and despite these parties being highly popular, Mike associated himself with the business mogul. For those unaware, Diddy has faced multiple accusations from various celebrities regarding his tendency to exert power over those he believes need his assistance. Some even claim that he went to the extreme of demanding sexual favors from them. Among those who spoke out against Diddy was Jaguar Wright, who accused the business mogul of engaging in inappropriate behavior. According to her, Diddy had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams to discuss a potential demo deal. However, instead of simply signing the demo, Diddy allegedly made a request for fellatio. Jaguar shared that she was informed about this incident by an attorney who used to work for Diddy. The attorney needed approval for some paperwork and entered Diddy's office without hesitation when she noticed the door was open. However, what she witnessed inside the room made her realize that she should have been more cautious before entering. The door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in, Wright said. When she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Jaguar asserted that while the attorney found the sight to be surprising, it wasn't as much bothersome as it was embarrassing. Despite maintaining her composure at the time, Diddy allegedly confronted her about the incident the following day. According to Jaguar, instead of letting the matter go or providing an explanation, Diddy was purportedly aggressive. He questioned whether she intended to share the incident with anyone, and when she politely inquired why he hadn't locked the door, he reportedly responded with a statement asserting his freedom to do whatever he pleased in his own building. It's power. See, Diddy purportedly told the lawyer, "If I could make a man suck my dick, I could make people do anything for money." Putting everything into consideration, it's clear Mike's involvement with Diddy had something along the lines of money, parties, and other men. In the past, Mike Tyson's actions and words displayed some level of homophobia. However, recently he garnered significant attention for confronting Boosie Badass regarding the comments the latter made about Dwyane Wade's transgender daughter, Zaya Wade, back in February. This shift in Tyson's stance on the matter has caught people's attention. During Boosie's guest appearance on Mike Tyson's podcast, Hotboxin' with Mike Tyson, Tyson delved into the reasons behind Boosie's unsolicited comments about Zaya, who came out as a transgender girl. In his quest to understand Boosie's perspective, Tyson asked him a probing question about his own sexuality. Tyson inquired, "Why do you make derogatory statements about individuals who may identify as homosexual? What motivates you to do so? Is it possible that by disrespecting them, you distance yourself from any possibility of being homosexual? I'm wondering if you have some level of attraction towards homosexuals." Boosie responded by affirming that he is completely heterosexual and held firm in his stance. This led Mike to seek clarification on his original question, as he found it perplexing why a heterosexual man like Boosie would involve himself in offensive behavior toward the homosexual community. He asked Boosie, "If you're straight, then why do you offend people?" Boosie went on to explain why he shared his thoughts on Zaya Wade, claiming that he commented on the Dwyane Wade situation because he got offended because it's a child. Boosie said, "That's why I really got offended. That's what I really said. If it was a MF 19-year-old, 18-year-old grown person, I probably wouldn't. I know I wouldn't have said nothing." Boosie said that he felt the kid was too young to transition and that the family should let her grow up before making life-altering decisions for her. Mike Tyson agreed with Boosie's sentiment, but shared that he has no place to offer his opinion on the matter since he wasn't a part of it but just a supporter. "Who the fuck am I to say anything?" he asked Boosie. "What I think don't mean a thing." Boosie later apologized to Dwyane Wade, even though he still said that he didn't support their decision and actually meant what he said to them. "Oh yeah, I apologize to Dwyane Wade," Boosie said. "I mean what I said, but I shouldn't have said this shit about your child." Earlier, Boosie Badass went on a transphobic rant on social media about Dwyane Wade showing support for his 12-year-old child, Zaya, whose assigned sex is a male, but she identifies as a girl. Dwyane Wade himself has not addressed the topic of Zaya undergoing gender reassignment surgery, contrary to what Boosie suggested in his Instagram video. The NBA champion has simply requested that his daughter be referred to using she/her pronouns, as he mentioned during an appearance on Good Morning America. Observant fans noticed that Mike Tyson had shown support for transgender individuals and had dedicated podcast episodes to discussing the topic. While it is not uncommon for celebrities to talk about LGBTQ+ issues, Mike's sudden interest in the matter, considering his previous lack of involvement, garnered mixed reactions from the public. Despite Mike's sexual orientation, his association with Diddy still raises concerns, as individuals close to Diddy, including former bodyguards, have linked him to activities involving homosexuality. Some claim that Diddy would offer assistance to individuals in exchange for their involvement in keeping certain secrets. This is the same person who allegedly believes that asking a straight man to engage in sexual acts is a demonstration of ultimate power. One can only imagine the unpleasant activities that people in need of Diddy's help may have had to engage in to receive his assistance. Anyways, everyone hopes that wasn't exactly the case for the bankrupt former boxer, because he has pretty much bounced back since then after his acting career took off. Now he runs a successful podcast and is also involved in various other businesses. One Twitter user wrote, "Go read about Mike Tyson that went bankrupt in 2003, despite having received about $300 million in fights and reported to be in debt of $23 million in the same 2003. So it's not about making money. Can the money sustain the flamboyant lifestyle in the long run?" Another added, "Mike Tyson went bankrupt. He was a multi-millionaire. You don't know anybody's financial situation." Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be considered facts. That's it for this video. Bye.